Yeah, bridging the gap. Nyomi&x, the goddess. Tune in. Hey yo, Black, where we at? Elements. Got a problem? What's the issue? Ask Nyomi for advice, she will bless you. Is it sex, love, or relationships? If your spirits are down, you can get a daily uplift. Just listen every word that she speaks. Setting trends with hashtags for every day of the week. Hashtag motivational Mondays, testimonial Tuesdays. I've been listening for the last 2 days. Wet Willie or Wisdom Wednesdays. Either way, the conversation gon' be lengthy. It's not hearsay. This is her way. You know she'll keep you thirst trapping on a Thursday. 4 days down, I'll talk about the number 5 day. Never coy, she always keeps it freaky on Fridays. Spiritual on Saturdays with sessions in the morning. Still uplifting and inspiring you all in. Being the goddess that she is, she keeps you all in. Formed on soul searching Sundays, just call in. If you misinformed, come get the facts. Fortunate for you, she's looking to bridge the gap. Yes, she was a porn star, but she's more than that. She's a certified specialist teaching us how to act. By the end of the show, we'll agree to disagree, but be good to each other and ourselves and keep it sexy. Yeah. Tune in every week to Ask Nyomi. Bridging the gap with Nyomi&x and Dog Pound Mike. Don't miss it. Tune in.
Later, but she's phenomenal. And let me tell you how, because when she sent me over her bio, so I've known her for quite some years and did not know all of these things about her. And when I say that, she is multi-talented, multi-fascinated, it's unbelievable. Truly it is. And I can't wait till you guys really find out all about that Madame Kelli Provocateur. Hey, baby.
How are you?
How are you?
Very well.
Thank you. Don't go too far out. You're going to be off the camera, girl. They got to see all of this fabulous. All of this. What's going on, Dr. Mike?
It's all good. All good.
All good. All right, so we got a little bit behind, just a little bit, but we hadn't seen each other in months. And it's been a while since the summer.
It has.
Nope, I'm lying. My birthday.
It was October.
Yeah, in October. And so we had to get some hugs and do just a little bit of talking. But we're here. And I want to say hey to everybody out there. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break. And then we're going to come back. And then we're going to dive in what's all about Miss Kelli Provocative. Okay? Y'all ready for this?
It's actually great because, you know, towards the end, I was like, man, I really just want my body to myself, you know, because I felt like my body belonged to Manuel, to Marcus, to Julius, you know. So it's like I felt like I wanted my body to myself for a while. And it's pretty great, you know.
It's Nyomi, bridging the gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationship, cultural differences.
Hey, my sexy people, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi&x. And I finally did it. I've written my first book, well, actually, it's a living journal. It's called Good Morning, My Sexy People, where I share my stories in different posts, but help a healing workbook for you. So it's 90 days to kick off your healing living journey. Pre-purchase now. Go to AskNyomi.com and hit shop. Listen.
Hey, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi&x, and welcome back to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationship, culture differences, and so much more while bridging the gap between it all and teaching the world on sex, language, attitude, and spiritual uplifting. Today we have a very special guest, as I said before, Miss Kelli Provocateur. How you doing, baby?
I'm very well. Thank you, Goddess, for having me here today.
No, let me tell you something. So I had wanted to get her on a while ago, but I wanted to make sure that we were, everything was straight, that we had everything together here in the studio. And when I read over her bio, I was like, oh my God, like I didn't know that you did all of that. Like she is not no one trick pony. And that is what you, and that's one of the biggest things in the industry that people think is that when the sex workers or people in the industry that we don't have any other talents but that, like no one has any education, we have no other trades, we have anything, just that. And I love to hear and to see other women and other stars that are multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? They have multicultural, that's multi-talented. You hear what I'm saying?
Well, for me, I feel as if being in the industry, you always get the people that, again, want to put us in a box. And
Yes.
that's only how they'll ever see us.
Yes.
But when we go and we tell them our true story
Yes.
and our background, they're like,
Yes.
well, wow, you can do this, you can do that. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Exactly. Dog Pound Mike, you ready for this?
Let's do it. Let's
You
do
ready
it.
for this? All right. I see all of my BTG crew. I want to say hey to you guys again, and thank you guys for coming back every week here on Ask Naomi Bridge the Gap podcast. Again, this is the beautiful Miss Kelli Provocateur that is with me right now, and I can't just say what she is. She got a whole lot of things going on, and we're about to tap in right now. Tap in right now with it. So what I did learn something about is that you went to school, college, and you graduated with a degree in aviation.
Yes.
And science.
Yes.
Engineering science.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. So you was getting ready to start flying a plane, be a pilot.
Well, I wanted to be an air traffic controller, actually.
Okay.
So I went in to do my internship.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for over a course of 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I started asking the real life questions like, well, how much do you start off getting paid?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the whole process of entering the system? And I said, well, it's a seniority system. So you have to go down, the ladder. And I was just like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And in my head, I was thinking, well, I'll be eating tuna out of a can. For a while, because I wanted to go to MIT.
Okay.
Because MIT had a air traffic control program, and at the time that was like what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the universe changed everything, and I decided to get into professional bodybuilding.
See, that was going to be my next. That was going to be my next question. So, how did you go from getting the degree, graduating with aviation, and going into professional bodybuilding? Like, what did that look like?
Well, I was always fascinated with muscles, and I used to look at health and fitness. So it was like Carla Dunlap, Linda Murray, and I saw all these beautiful ebony women that looked like me and who I could relate to, because growing up, I've always been an athlete and I've always been muscular. But seeing somebody that actually I could relate to, it just drew me in. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do that. Not knowing how to do it, I just dived in head first and said that's what I was going to do.
So let me say this, because I've tried, not the bodybuilding, but I've tried do the workout, like you, been athletic, basketball, all those things. The discipline, that takes discipline. Where did you find it? You still looking for it?
No, I got challenged. Somebody challenged me and they said, oh, you're not going to be able to do that. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah. Because you always say you're going to do something, but you never follow through.
Oh.
I said, you're right. Sit back and watch. And that's where I got that discipline from, because I felt like that challenge was pretty much my push. And again, I went in, I trained for a whole year. My first show, I won the whole show. I won 5 trophies. I won the overall and I won all the categories. Then my second show, I turned natural pro. Then the third show, I did the Fitness America that was out here in Vegas. I won that one and turned around and went to the, I actually went to the NPC. And I did 2 shows and I turned IFBB pro.
Oh, wow. So for folks that don't know what what is the
IFBB pro?
Explain to them what that is.
It's the International Federation of Bodybuilding. So that's where you see the Arnold Classics and the Mr. and Miss Olympia.
Okay. So have you ever competed in those or?
No.
No, not yet.
Not yet. I'm coming.
You coming?
I'm coming.
You coming?
I'm coming.
All right. So now we count this right. So 1, aviation, engineering, science engineer, professional bodybuilder. What came first, professional dom or?
Professional dom came first. Professional dom is what paid for my schooling.
Oh, wait a minute. So that came before everything. Wow.
I was 19 years old when I started.
So what made you get into that? Like, what was the, like, I'm going to do, what was the,
Well, I had a boyfriend at the time that was into it, but I didn't really know what was going on. And he was into all like these little different kinks and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. And I started researching it and I was like, well, let me see what this is really about. So during that time, I was buying VHS tapes.
Oh, wow.
And I was looking at all like these unattractive white women.
Right.
And I was just like, well, okay. Right. But I was noticing how their approach was to it. You know, some of them were overly aggressive. Some of them had more of a sensual side to them.
Right.
And I said, oh, okay. Once him and I broke up, I said, well, let me try to see more about this. So again, I started doing my research.
Right.
And I stepped out on faith.
Right.
And jumped right in.
Okay. Wait, so what did the first session look like? That's what I want to know. What did the first session look like?
To be honest with you, the first session, a guy came with some wrestling mats. He came with the wrestling mats and he was like, you think you can wrestle me? And I was like, well, yeah, sure. I mean, I didn't really care. I was just like, yeah, it's wrestling.
Right.
And that was the first time I experienced like really dominating somebody, like controlling them physically.
Right.
And I was like, oh, this is great. But again, I didn't know anything like what I know now as far as like the techniques and the different holes and the different pins. But that was my first experience with physical domination.
Okay, so let me tell you what I was doing when I saw everything on your thing. Now my order was all wrong, y'all. It was completely wrong on all of the order. So I didn't even get to say that she was a professional wrestler as of yet because I thought that was like down the line, like probably in the adult arena. Wait, so wrestling came in right after in connection with Pro Domi?
Yes.
Wow.
I would just randomly get these appointments. I mean, I had that one and the guy was into wrestling and then I was just like, okay. I mean, I didn't really think about it, but that's how I got into that.
Well, you know what? That's interesting. It was a young, I saw this documentary on this, and I forgot her name, this woman that was a bodybuilder, her and her husband.
Yep.
Black guy and a white woman. And she said that like she was like really one of the tops and she was, winning a lot. And she said, I guess he wasn't really winning a lot or whatever in there. at the time the money wasn't as good as it was, and she was making more money doing wrestling. Like they wanted wrestling tapes and videotapes like that.
It's really real.
Yeah. And she said when she first was doing it, she was like, "What is this?" Like, but she was making really good money doing that. And just as I was like, "Wow."
Because you have to also understand that around that time, it was such a taboo.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only a small amount of women doing this niche, you know, that was so unique. You know, the whole Amazon thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much where that goes off of, that
Right.
that Amazon, the woman who can overpower me with her strength, and this whole thing. So fast forward, now we have a different type of arena that's going on, because it's taken away from that. You have any and everybody trying to be into the whole wrestling type of, I mean, it's pretty much oversaturated, because again, it's taken away from the muscle fantasy.
Okay.
It was very lucrative at one point in time, because remember, when a point where we didn't have the internet.
Right.
Everyone didn't have that access.
That's right.
You know, so you had to find a phone book. I mean, that's how I was getting majority of my appointments when I started. I was doing paper ads.
Really? See, I don't even know what that looked like.
I was doing a paper ad and they were coming through.
But,
wow.
Sammy, you know that movie you talking on Netflix, Sally, didn't she made a lot of money beating guys up. Remember the documentary?
Yeah, but it was the wrestling.
Don thing, right.
Yeah, it was the wrestling thing.
But even off the wrestling thing, she said she made money when she would go to guys' room and they just want her, they want them to...
The beat down.
The beat down. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, the beat down is real too.
And her name was Sally.
Sally.
Did you know her?
No, I didn't. No, I did not. No, I didn't meet Miss Sally.
Okay.
But it's very real.
Wow.
The beat downs are real. I mean, people always,
wow.
Because like I'll tell somebody and they'll be like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Yes." They want to get beat down.
Wow. Okay, so let me ask you this. All right, because we just truly like fast forwarded on some stuff. We really did. Like, wait, hold on. All right, so since we fast forwarded on some things, now going into the adult industry, and you do the professional wrestle on film there. How different is it from you doing in your sessions before to now it being on screen?
Well, the difference is on screen, it's more, how can I put this? It's more structured. Like, you can't do this, you can't do that. You can't do anything that'll harm the person.
But if y'all see her face, how she looking like her? Really?
No,
well, I know in film, but you didn't have any safe words in your before? Y'all don't have safe words? You looking at me like, what is safe words?
As far as for the
wrestling
the sessions?
Yes.
No, it's not a safe word. It's no safe word. You just gonna get this beat down. Or if you can't breathe, you're gonna tap.
Okay.
It was hardcore.
Okay.
That's it. That's a little tap.
Okay. So I can imagine you're transitioning to film and doing it. It kind of like took away some of the authentic feeling for you.
Yeah, but I just tone it down. I mean, but I'm a very competitive person by nature, so I'm all about winning.
Right.
So on there, you know, we have so we pretty much have the screen where we're getting the points, and I'm trying to get the most points so I can win. That's pretty much, I'm trying to win.
But you know, I have to come to one of your events. I've never been to one. I have to come.
You might want to look at one of my videos. It might startle you.
Yeah,
I didn't know she could move that fast.
You know what? Remember when we did what's the name in Houston? In the one little bit, we had the weekend thing, and I never seen her like in action, and she would just win, and I was like, oh wait.
Oh yeah, you had to stop me because
Yeah.
she had
And
to.
poor little white boy, he was so starstruck at first, but then he didn't know what was coming.
No, he
didn't know what was coming.
Tell me the one that didn't have no clothes on.
I'm talking about the little one on Sunday, the young one on Sunday did not.
Oh, the one that was starstruck.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was cute. That was real cute.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know, you guys, Kelly, was you like 4'2", like 4'4"?
Wow.
She like 4'5".
No,
What are you about to talk?
that's not nice.
What are you?
I'm 4'11".
I apologize.
I'm not a dwarf.
For 4'11". If it's 4'5" is a dwarf?
Yes.
Is it? I apologize. No. No.
As much as I'm trying to keep a straight face, like she just totally threw me under a whole bus. And rolled over.
No, I promise you, I'm like up there.
She saw you 4'5".
But the bad thing is because I say I'm 5'9.5", and I want my half inch. So how can I dare tell somebody they I'm sorry.
You took 5-6 inches away.
Totally crunched me down.
Oh my God. My apologies. I apologize.
Okay, so I normally say I'm 5'1".
Okay, we're gonna do a basketball way. That's what they do in basketball. I was 5'11" in basketball.
See,
yes,
I just roll with it.
Okay. All right, she gonna put me in a headlock when we go to break.
Right.
But when I'm towering over you, I'm 6 feet tall.
I hear that.
That's right.
Okay, so listen, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna dive in some more. We fast forwarded so we gotta kind of bring it back a little bit more. All right, it's your girl D Goddess Bex here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We'll be right back.
I have not met my match. I always think I do because I'm he cute, but when I go soulfully, a lot of men are not in tune with who they are on a deeper level. And so it's hard. I need me like a magic man here. That's why I moved to Vegas, huh? I moved to Vegas to hope to find someone with a higher vibration and that they can live in duality. You know, they have a good side and a dark side. Because in my meditations and in some of my shamanic past life regressions, I've been shown that why I didn't have children yet, and then I have children coming. They're just waiting for the right partner.
Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationship. It is Ask Naomi ladder time. This is where my viewers will write in to me and I will give them my advice. And I will open up for you listeners too if you guys have any advice on this one. But this is a really good one. He said, I'm a big fan of your work and blog. I was wondering if it's possible to get out of the friend zone with someone you might be interested in. He said, keep up the good work. If you're ever in New York after the pandemic is over, I would love the opportunity to meet you. And we just going to say Jay from NYC. That's what we're going to say.
If you got any love, sex, or relationship advice that you need, you can email us at info@asknaomi.com. Also, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, comment, all of those good things. I want you to keep it simple.
Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more. All right, it's your girl D Goddess Naomi Banks here on Ask Naomi, Bridging the Gap podcast. We are back. I am here with the fabulous 4'11". 5'1". Miss Kelli Provocateur. Thank you for coming in, baby.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God. So if you guys are just joining us here now, this is Ask Nyomi. I am NmW&x. I am here with Kelli Provocateur. I have my boy Dog Pound Mike. Mike, what's going on?
What's happening?
All right, so in the first our first session here, we found out a whole lot about Kelli. The thing is, I learned it through reading her bio, but I didn't know it was in that order. My order was all wrong, really wrong. So what we talked about before is that she was a professional dominatrix first. Then she went into professional wrestling. Then she went into then she went to school. She was in school. She was doing this during school because that's what helped pay to get through college, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, then she went to professional bodybuilding. Okay, so now we figure out, so how did you meet Nyomi? Where how do y'all being in the same world? Like, how did you, that's my question. So if you've done this 1, 2, 3, how did you get into porn? How did you get into porn?
Well, I got into porn 2010. I went to the Aviation when they used to have it at the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, I bought an adult website. And I put business cards out like I was on the website. I said, now how am I going to sell this? Where is the most lucrative place to sell this? I need to go to the Aviation.
Because this way, I want to pause you. So what made you do that? What made you want to do that? Like,
I always
that's like C. Where's A at? Like, what's A? Oh, I'm going to make me an adult.
Oh, well, no, I was just trying to get some money. So I found it was a website where they had like adult content on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bought the website, but I wasn't on the website. I just solicited like I was on the website so I can get people to join the website.
Okay.
That's truly how I got in it. And then from there, I contacted Kelli Shabaria.
Yes.
So that she could be my
publicist?
Yeah.
Wow. What was the name of the website then, if I can ask?
It was honestly like, I think it was like a website where they were pirating people's stuff.
Shut up.
I'm being real serious.
Wow. Because at first I thought, well, maybe it was those websites that's affiliates. You know how you have those affiliate websites and programs and stuff like that?
No.
And they kind of like, where you able to build from using other contents, where you able to lease the contents. That's what it was.
No, I think they were pirating people content. No, I'm being serious.
Wow.
It was just like random girls. But I just looked at how it was put together and I was like, I can sell this.
Okay, so now that you working on this, I mean, you have this website.
So I go to Aviation.
Yes.
I wind up meeting Jay from Why Not. He's So I met Jay from Why Not. He gets me into the Aviation convention. That's where I took off because I had a unique look. Nobody's ever seen a black woman with muscles.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty. She carries herself well. And boom. So I went to that Aviation 2010. Went to another one 2011. So I pretty much was making myself
rounds. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Just be known.
Mm-hmm.
2012. I did the Avians and then I linked up with Kink.com. That's how I got in.
So you were in the vicinity. I'm gonna say this. You was in the vicinity for 2 years before you actually filmed your first video.
Yes.
Wow.
But I just knew all the right people. That's just how it lined up.
Right. So let me ask you this, and I'm about to get a little personal with this. So in the 2 years that you were doing, was it lucrative? Was that site lucrative for you?
Actually, no. But I was able to make money off of my domination.
So did that kind of piggyback off of using your name, putting it out there as now being a porn star or a dominatrix, where you able to kind of hike your prices up and stuff like that? So you kind of use that as your marketing form. Okay. I get that.
It was weird how it worked out. I mean, as soon as I started seeing myself on HBO, I was like, oh, you got something here. Because remember when the Avians at the convention center, HBO would be there. Showtime. Yeah.
Wow, you truly are a smart cookie there. She was in the industry for a whole 2 years, ain't did nothing. Nothing at all. Are y'all listening to this? Nothing at all. All right, y'all. So listen, we're going to take a quick break. And then we're going to come back. And then I want to find out what about her first scene. What did it look like? All right, it's your girl, D Goddess Nyomi&x here on Ask Nyomi Bridget the Gap podcast. We'll be right back.
Making your money.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't help it. Like, as far as being a performer in the industry, that was too stressful for me. My mouth got me blacklisted. It was a whole dramatic, like, why are they doing this to me? Like, I really had a breakdown when I left porn, because I'm just like how you said, underrated. I'm like, I do all this, I show up, and then one time, y'all want to throw me under the bus and say all this shit. And so I was really, really hurt after leaving the business. And like you said, I was doing photography, I was doing a website. I was just trying to figure out, where am I going after being in the business for over 15 years?
Ask Nyomi Bridget the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more. Hey, it's your girl, D Goddess Nyomi&x here on Ask Nyomi Bridget the Gap podcast. We are here with the beautiful Miss Kelli Provocateur. What's going on, madame? You like that?
Hello. That's very nice.
That's nice.
That's very nice.
So listen, I'm being over here a little tickle pink on this young lady spending 2 years in the industry and not done not one scene. I ain't mad at it. I'm like, ooh, I am really tickled inside. Like that was very smart of you. Now I want to know, what did that first scene look like at Kink? Because Kink was your very first. How did that look like? Like, who was the director? Who was the talent you were working with?
So the first scene I ever did was Hogtied.
Oh.
And it was directed by Matt Williams. Matt Williams was featured in that.
Mm-hmm.
That scene was real intense. That scene got me on World Star. That scene changed my life. That scene let me know, oh, it's real.
Wow.
Everyone knows who you are. Everyone. I had people at the airports, random people from college popping up.
Wow.
It was just people I never even talked to just popping up for that first scene. That first scene was epic.
Wow. So when you came in, were you Kelli Provocateur when you first came in?
No, I was Ashley Starr.
You was Ashley Starr. Oh. So let me ask you this. You was Ashley Starr. So what made you change to Kelli Provocateur?
I changed to Kelli Provocateur because I wanted a more sexy, sensual look, not so much hardcore as far as with the beatdown stuff that I was doing, just to show a more of a softer side.
Okay.
So I wanted to separate myself from Ashley Starr. Ashley Starr was really.
So when you came on to Kink, were you Ashley Starr, or
yes.
was you were?
I was, yes.
So how long did you use the name of Ashley Starr before you changed over to
2012 until 2016?
Oh, 4 years. That's a nice little time with that name. How has the transition from that name to the other one been for you? Even though it's the same person, but now it's more of a different persona in a character.
It's actually worked for me. I still have my fans that's like, oh, I wish you go back to that look, and because I was more muscular,
Okay.
and again, it was more aggressive. But I was like, I wanted to step away from that.
Right.
I wanted to show more of my sensual side, because it's more for me than just doing beat downs.
Right.
I like to do domination. I like to do mental play.
Right.
It's more to it.
Yeah.
Than just the physical part aspect of it. And I think a lot of the people that are into my scene, that's into the whole muscle fetish, excuse me, scene, that's the only thing that they think about.
Okay.
Is the muscles. Okay. No, they don't look outside of who the person is.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to separate the two. Okay. I wanted to change my name and do a fresh start.
So let me ask you this. What was your first scene as Kelli Provocateur?
Oh, you know what? Divine Bitches.
That's one of my favorites. Okay, yes.
That's the one that we're on the box cover of. Yeah, that's the one. With Jay the Wimp. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was a great scene.
Wow. So this is when they used to go to the Armory in San Francisco. That was a phenomenal place. It really was.
That was honestly a legendary time.
Yeah.
Anyone who ever got a chance to shoot there, it's like you're a part of history. That's how I feel, because there's so many memorable moments.
Yeah.
And I like the camaraderie.
Yeah.
It felt really like comfortable and peaceful, and they made you feel welcome.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an in and out type of deal. Like I know I've heard some of the talents have to go through when they shoot with different directors and stuff. But we were very well taken care of.
Yeah, actually we are. I love working with Kink, and Madeline. That's like,
she's my heart.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Like literally. But the whole team, the whole company over there were great, and they really do. They treat you like family, and they treat you like the stars that we are. They really do. They pamper. They make sure they feed us. They clothe us. I mean, they do it all. They really do. All right. So now you had your first scene as Kelli Provocateur. How did you change in your performance from Ashley Starr to Kelli Provocateur?
Well, easy. So when I first did my scene with Kink, they had you doing submissive scenes.
Oh, so you were submissive first over there?
No, I had to get on.
Ah.
To get on with them, they wanted me to do that scene.
Oh.
And so I did that scene. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And
how did you like that? Look, how did you like that?
That was, honestly, I never put myself in that position before. Right. So I was like, yeah, I'll try it. It was like really, it was liberating for me to put myself in that vulnerable position.
To trust someone
else.
And
just trust someone else. And it really made me look at how subs deal with when they're in the opposite position, so I was able to look at it from that point of view. But it was really like you have no control. Bodies just goes limp. Yeah, and that was the first time I ever squirted. The first and last time I ever squirted in my whole life.
Wow. So you could say that doing that and being the sub during those filming, that made you become a better dom.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was able to take myself there to subspace. Well, I don't really know if I was in subspace because I was literally out of there. with no control. And I really didn't have any control. It was just my body just.
Wow.
Yeah. It was,
wow.
I passed out.
Really?
Don't say it like that. But seriously, I passed out. That's how intense it was. She said,
okay. Stop, please. I don't know if I want to take a sip of wine after this or what. But I'm like a burning up right now. You know, when you think you know things about people, you be like, really?
It seems like you found out a whole lot of new things.
I am. I truly am. Like, what? Like, what? Like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. We're going to come back to some kink stuff, but let's move on. Now I want to get deep, and I want to know, what is the essence of Kelli Provocateur?
well, right now I'm at a point in my life where I stand on everything that I say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confident in myself. I know who I am. I know my worth. And no one can't tell me any different.
Mm-hmm.
I love empowering women. I love showing women that you can be who you want to be unapologetically, with a smile on your face, with your head high.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Kelli Provocateur is.
Okay. Well, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that. All right, so this is a question that we all get in the industry, you know, dating. How's your dating been off screen?
A movie. One that I don't want to play ever again in my life.
Oh my God. All right, so look, that's my next question. The movie. If you can title your life, what title would it be?
I can't make this shit up.
You know what? So let me tell you something, because I knew this was going to, like, I really knew that this was going to be the answer, but I said, no, she's going to shock me with a whole nother answer. But yeah, I can see that. That has been your saying for years now. I can't make this up. And just listening to this story today, and just the way how you got into the industry, and yeah. Yeah. You can't make this shit up.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. But I have no
can't wait to
complaints.
see this movie. I can't wait to see the movie.
I wonder who's going to play me. I think I'll have Angela Bassett play me.
I see that. I can see that.
Uh,
I can see that. I definitely can see that. I definitely can see that. I can't make this shit up. I like that. I really do like that. So let me tell you something. So I got these cards with these questions on it, right? And so we had already on fast forward through it, because my timing was all off. It was just all off with it. All right, so this is what we're going to take a break. And then we're going to come back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the phone lines. You ready for the phone line?
oh, yes, most definitely.
We're going to open up the phone lines. And then we're going to sit down. We're going to have some more conversations. I know we was having fun. I know the last ones has been very, very deep. We having fun. I want to ask you some more questions, especially about the kink. Because I know I got a few of my kink folks on here. They've been waiting for this. All right. It's your girl, D Goddess NmW&x here. And we'll be right back. Hey, my sexy people. This is your girl, D Goddess NmW&x. And I just wanted to talk about something a little serious real quick. Right now in this world, sex trafficking is at an all-time high. And I want you ladies to be especially
aware when you are out and pay attention to certain things. Now, there's a list of things right here that is going around social media, and I just wanted to pay special attention to it and just share it with you. So as I always say, always keep it sexy, but always be safe.
Okay, so I see that you are an avid businesswoman. I see that you're doing a lot of different things. What is your ultimate goal for Lyric Sky?
For Lyric Sky, to create a legacy, to be on a stage of, I created content that was memorable and legendary that people won't forget or want to keep going back to watch, or that I am their favorite person to go watch. But my brand overall, the magazine Erotic Sky, building a platform that in the future elevates and turns into something that every woman wants to be a part of.
Ask Nyomi. All right, it's your girl D Goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Nyomi Bridge the Gap podcast. It's your girl D Goddess Nyomi Banks here. I am here with Kelli Provocateur. Hey, baby. Hello. And Dog Pound Mike, what's going on, baby?
All good, all good.
All right, so during the break, we were just sitting here looking because we didn't know that we were exactly on camera. And she was telling me this story. Hey, can I share this? When she was on, when she did her first video, and it went popular on Warstar, and y'all know on WorldStar, like everybody knows it, with everything and all. And she had shared with me her reaction to it. But can you share with our audience, what was your reaction to this WorldStar, like, phenomenal thing that's happening?
So during that time, when it hit WorldStar, I was flabbergasted pretty much, because I had everybody contacting me from the woodworks, people that I haven't spoken to in years, and they're, "Are you okay? I saw this video of you." And it was just like, it was going viral. And my first reaction, I didn't have anybody really to talk to about it, so I ran from it. I was like, oh my God, this is really real. Like, I didn't go in it for fame.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last thing I was thinking about. I mean, I didn't go in it for that. So getting that type of attention, yeah, it was, I wasn't used to that.
Was it positive? Was it negative? What kind of?
It was a whole bunch of. It was both. It was a mixture of both, because I would be traveling, and like the TSA people, the people at the airport,
wow,
they were like taking pictures with me. They were wanting autographs, and I was just like, okay, yeah. And I go to a club, the bouncer letting me in because he knows who I am. He's like, yeah, come on in, yeah. Man, I love your movie. Thanks. Yeah, so it's different.
Right.
Again, because I didn't go in it for fame. I went in it because I was doing a job.
Right. So now you had said that you had some folks that you hadn't spoke to in years, and all the. How did your family react?
Oh, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad with them. So the family, everyone was talking, and they all had this disappointment, because they were like, well, you have your degree, and I don't understand why you went in this direction. And, I just told them, it's a personal choice of mine. So whatever I chose to do is what I chose to do.
Right. And that's it.
And what more can I say?
Right. Okay. And now that you're now all the way deep in swimming, backstroking,
no one can tell. No one says anything to me, because I take care of my business. I handle my business.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm kind of like, who's gonna check me, boo, at this point in my life? Right. Because what I've noticed just in general with living,
right,
people always project their insecurities
on you,
or their feelings of how they're truly feeling within themselves on you. So you can't let whatever negative comment or whatever they might feel affect you, as long as you're taking care of your business and you can wake up every day and look at yourself in the mirror.
Right.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell them. I say, listen, I can look at myself in the mirror with no problem. And I can walk with my head high because I'm more than just one thing. So I don't have to tell anybody everything that I do. I can tell them whatever I choose to tell them.
Right. So you do a lot of traveling. What is your favorite country to travel, to visit?
Well, I definitely like Europe. Europe in a whole. But like a couple of my favorite countries I like.
It done do it. The phone done did its own thing. It just done did its own thing.
So I definitely enjoy Munich in Munich, Germany. I enjoy Finland, Helsinki in the summertime. Only in the summertime though. The wintertime is brutal. I love Amsterdam. That's like my second home. I like Istanbul. They have really good seafood.
Wow.
And the people there are really nice. They're really nice.
There's a lot of fans there.
Fans all over. They're all over. I mean, that's the beauty about me being in the bodybuilding industry. You know, it opened a door for me to travel and be amongst people who really genuinely love me, love the look, like really care about it.
Right.
You know, compared to somebody saying, oh yeah, you're fit, oh that's good. But no, you know, when I'm traveling, it's so many people that worship the ground I walk on. They're like, wow, all the discipline it takes for you to get to this. I appreciate you. Like I truly appreciate you. You know, and that makes a person feel good about what they're doing.
Right. Nice. I mean, and that's why I said for you to get, what made you get to that discipline? And you told them that it was a challenge for you, that someone challenged you. So it went from kind of like a negative to a positive for you, to where like, okay, I have a person who's doubting me, but I'm going to turn that doubt around. Because usually it was a quote that I posted yesterday about words being magic, and that we truly need to use our words impeccably, meaning that because words are magic, and what you say to people, that's like black magic, whether it's good or bad. You understand what I'm saying? So when somebody challenged you and they told you, what, you're not going to do this because you ain't going to finish anything or whatever. Some people will take that and just not do anything. But you took it and turned around and made it to where
I made that person sit down somewhere.
Yes.
They sat there like,
yes.
Wow. Because I went from starting to becoming a world champion.
Wow. So let me ask you this. What made you stop right there and not go on and to compete in all of the rest of the big, what do you call it? Competitions.
Truth be told, I surrounded myself around the wrong people. At the time, I didn't see that they were jealous of my success. So they would say, oh, well, you're too muscular. You know, you need to be more soft. And I don't know how I let those people get in my head like that.
Right.
But that was really the reason why I stopped.
Wow.
I was around the wrong people.
So now going back in, because I know I thought I heard you say that you're going back to, being back into competing. So this is my question for you. Did you compete during the same time as you were performing in the adult films, or did you stop that altogether and just did adult films, or what you doing them both?
I was doing them both.
You were. Did anybody recognize you from film in the industry? They did? Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Because there is several other young ladies that in the industry that went through that form. I believe Nina Mercedes and Kitten. Kitten, those two went in after, once they retired or, left the industry, they kind of went through that path and did that. But you were doing it phenomenally, both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of just like take it or leave it, honestly. Right. I mean, it.
I guess because it is such a bad stereotype.
Yeah, it's all the stereotype around it.
Yeah, it's such a bad stereotype. And just to hear that you were still able to do that and still be successful with it is
because at the end of the day, you couldn't deny the body.
Yeah, okay.
My conditioning was always on point. Yeah, I had the muscles, but I had the conditioning. The lines, the symmetry. I mean, you can't deny that.
Right.
I don't care what video she was on. You can't deny what she looks like in front of us. I mean, that's how I always looked at it. But even when I competed, my whole train of thought was, even if I don't win, you're going to remember me.
Okay. So what is your strongest attributes on your body? Like, what is that like?
My calves, for sure.
Okay.
My calves. My glutes. My tie-ins. The hamstring tie-ins.
Okay, because I was going to ask, what's the tie-ins? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's real good.
Okay. All right. So let's go back on the kink side. All right. So for you, what are you known for on the kink side? Like, you have some people that's known for humiliation, they wordplay with that. Some people are, known for, the cuckold or the face sitting or the, the whipping or the.
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. I would have to say the tease and denial. No, the tease and denial for sure. Oh, sorry, why did I forget that? My strap on.
Oh,
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, the strap on. It's legendary.
Okay.
My left stroke, yeah.
Did you say your left stroke?
My left stroke.
Your left stroke. Your left stroke. Your left stroke. All right, so I see that we have a lot of comments in here that's going back and forth. Let me put the number out there because I did not put the number out there. All right, give us a call. The lines are open. The number is, what is the number?
The number is 626-605-2756.
And give that number one more time.
626-605-Ask Nyomi.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to be taking some phone calls. And then I got a few more fun questions for her. I don't know where my little box at, but I got a box of little fun stuff for Miss Kelli over here.
Oh, box.
All right, it's your girl, D Goddess, Nyomi&x here. We'll be right back.
Here I'm gonna do this, and then I was carrying my camera around, like people were telling me no, and then the thing that I came up with was like, I'm gonna try to figure out like how people cannot say no. Like when I ask them, I have to create a reason for them to say yes, and that was just basically my motivation. So what I did was just like, I just humbled myself.
Of Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more.
For me, I would tell girls that to save money, because I was horrible, to save your money, because you don't know how you're going to feel 10 years from now. You don't know if you still going to be on camera. And then a lot of girls don't mean to try to find some other niches or get educated and other things that's not porn related. That way you can use that money that you made from porn and maybe open up a lingerie shop or a dance studio. I just feel we don't have to forever, because a lot of people want us to forever
Never be that.
be Nyomi and Kiana.
Ask Nyomi.
Hey, this is Dog Pound Mike from Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Come check us out every week. And remember, I'm no relationship expert. I just tell it like I hear it from McKenna. Get back at it.
All right, welcome back. It's your girl, D Goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything: love, sex, relationships, spirituality. Last week we talked about spirituality. Today we're talking about sexuality. We're talking about kink. And we have the beautiful Madame Kelli Provocateur in the building. Thank you I really do thank you for flying in. She flew in especially for me, spending this weekend with me. And we're going to have a good old time.
Yes.
But I thank you for sharing your story and your journey. Even listening to it now, it is an amazing journey. I had my time schedule, my time things all wrong, really. But that's what makes it even that much better, is because you were already doing as a sex worker while you were putting yourself through college.
Yes.
And that's what a lot of like dancers do, college, dancers do in college and stuff like that. But not only that, but just like you went back full circle and now you are a household name in the adult industry.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't plan it. It wasn't something that was like, this is my ambition to do. I just went in and just did it. Just so happened I'm great at it.
Right. So let me ask you this. So if there were any, person or woman that wanted to get into, let's say, the bodybuilding, what will be some of the notes that you would give them first coming in first? Like what do they need to do first coming in?
Find a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's the start. A good coach and a gym, but the coach is the key. Mm-hmm. See, I've had my same coach from the beginning.
Okay.
We win and we lose together.
Okay.
My loyalty is strong to who's with me.
Okay. So you stay with that one and just kept going with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's it.
What's your workouts like? Do you work out every day? Or do you do like in football, they do, what's it called, 2 a day? Is that what they call it, Mike? 2 a day? 2 a days?
2 days.
Well, I would do the 2 a day when it got closer to the competition. Mm-hmm. If I'm trying to bring out a certain body part or tighten up a certain body part. Mm-hmm. But normally, so for instance, with me, like going back for next year, I start training. I will train an hour of regular training. Okay. But it's different body parts every day. Mm-hmm. But, the cardio is going to be kicking in, doing intervals, running, doing suicides, doing boxing. Mm-hmm. I'm always doing something that's really high intense. Because that's how I get my conditioning.
Right. Because you did say that's your base is your conditioning. That's your foundation. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because you'll see a lot of people that compete. Yeah, they might have some muscle, but you don't see it. You don't see the lines and the cuts and the definition but to where it's nice and round and sculpted.
Right.
And the lines where it's just crisp.
Mm-hmm.
It's like pretty much like a sculpture.
Mm.
That's how you can tell the difference.
Okay. All right, so we got some folks on the line for you. You ready for this?
Yes, I am.
Just so you guys remember, we keep it sexy over here. So don't come on here being disrespectful, all right? We're good folks over here. All right, let's go. All right, hey, who I'm talking to?
Hey, this is Sissy Boy Slut.
Well, well, hello, Sissy Boy Slut. How are you?
Good. Just yeah, so happy you guys are doing this show. It's cool to see you guys, talking kink and all that. So that's great to see.
Okay, so do you have a question for the madame?
I do, yeah. I was wondering, because you said you've been, doing this since you were 19, and it is a job. But sort of in the theme of bridging the gap, have you ever had a session or sessions or moments where you feel like the doming kind of went to a spiritual level, or there was a spiritual connection or energy, within the session? You kind of touched on it when you're like, oh, these people worship the ground I walk on. So I was just kind of wondering about that.
Yes, it's always like that now. I think because I've been doing it so long and I've learned myself as well as my art, it has become a true part of me, to where when I have someone in my presence and I see how they're looking at me and admiring me, and I can showcase my power through that. And again, it's graceful. It's nothing that's arrogant, anything like that, but it's just the grace and it's the poise that I have that both of us can generate off of. So yeah, I have had many moments like that.
Ooh. I did have one more on the, just because you mentioned doing softer stuff. Have you done any like sissy play or cross-dressing in your sessions? I know you said the Wimp J scene, that was a real good one on Kink. So.
Yeah, that was good. Yes, I have done some sissy play and some cross-dressing, to where, you put them on a wig and some lipstick and different little outfits and let them prance around. Is that what you're referring to?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, it is. All right, Sissy Boy Slut. Well, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you both.
All right. Bye now. All right, it's your girl D Goddess NmW&x here on Ask Naomi Bridget Gap Podcast. The lines are open. Give us a phone call right now. The lines are open. All right, let's take another call. All right, Ask Naomi, who's calling?
Hey, baby girl, it is Giselle.
Hey, Desi, how are you?
All right, I am loving the show. I don't have any questions. I low-key want to drive out there, but I just want to say I love y'all. You look amazing. I mean, goddess glow everywhere. Thank you, Kelly, for being so candid. And Aviation?
That's right.
Oh, come through. And I'm loving the show. Thank you for sharing, and thank you, Naomi, for being an amazing host.
Thank you. Wait, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, guys, next caller. All right, hey, caller, ask Naomi.
How you doing? This is Mr. Mask Man.
Hey, Mr. Mask Man, how are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. How's you and your guests doing tonight?
Well, we are doing wonderful. We truly are doing wonderful. We are. You have a question?
I'm doing wonderful. Not really. I got one quick question for Kelly. You say you did professional wrestling. Do you mean like WWE professional wrestling or some other kind of wrestling?
No WWE.
Okay. Was you doing? Was it like the porno style wrestling, or was it regular, just dressed up in?
I've actually done I do the porn style wrestling, and then I also do the different tournaments as well.
Okay. Well, that's my only question. I just wanted to show my love and show y'all ladies that, people are watching, and, just wanted to check in with y'all.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mask Man. Thank you so much. You have a good one, all right?
All right, you too, Naomi.
All right, bye now. All right, y'all, it's your girl, the goddess Naomi Banks, here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Give us a call. The lines are open. The second other call. Hey, call and Ask Naomi.
Hello there again, my beloved.
Hey,
Naomi
Joseph.
Banks, and welcome to Naomi's world, Kelli hard to pronounce your last name.
Provocateur.
Yeah, you got it.
Provocateur.
Yes, there you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're both looking gorgeous tonight, especially with the hair. First, I have a question, mainly for both of you. I know, first off, Naomi, I know if you were a wrestler like Kelli Provocateur, who would you wrestle?
I'm not getting on the floor wrestling with nobody.
I meant if you were.
You know what? Can I be honest? I don't even see myself wrestling. I've been offered that before. I can't even play with you with that one, Joseph, because I can't see myself doing that. I really can't.
Well, I don't know. If I could, if it were for love, I would wrestle both you and Kelli Provocateur for love.
Okay, but I'm gonna give you Kelli. I'm gonna go ahead and give you Kelli, so you can have the experience of your life. Because I will just sit there and I will put you in a headlock, and that will be the end of it. I can't play like that, and I'm trying to go to a mental space like, let's wrestle. I just can't.
Come on, you're both beautiful. Come on.
Seriously, I don't know how. I don't play fight. I don't do any of those things. And I don't know if you see my face when I say this. I don't. But I give all the props to those that can do that. Oh yeah, all day. Yes, but no. With this one, I will watch. I will watch. Sorry, this will be one of your fantasies that would not be. You ain't got to put Naomi in that fantasy at all. It's one fantasy that I would just watch. You know, I will watch this one. All right, thank you, Joseph.
You're welcome.
All right,
you two stay beautiful and have a good night.
You too, have a good one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no. Me wrestling, no.
That's not you.
Oh no, I'm not.
Somebody run up to me, I just go, just make them drop.
But it's funny because I had gotten that people messaging me asking me when I first got into the industry to be do it. Right before I got into the industry, I was asked to be a wrestler, and it's actually a wrestler by the name of Nyomi Banks.
What?
Yes, it was a wrestler out by the name of Nyomi Banks. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was it was somebody who I was being interviewed for, and they thought that I was the wrestler. And I was like, no, I am not the wrestler. It's like, you never wrestled before? No, I've never wrestled before. But now it's a young lady named Sasha Banks. I believe that's her name. That's a wrestler now. But yeah, I was like, no, I don't play well with others when it comes to that. I just don't. Yeah. Yeah. No, we not get ready to do that.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll take it there and you'll go all and
see.
Yeah, it can definitely happen.
Right. And if I'm losing, I'm gonna do something dirty. I'm for real.
Yeah. Well,
I'm serious. I'm just being honest. That is not in my I will watch. I would do all the other fantasies and stuff, but it's like some things I'm like, no, that's one of them that I just won't do.
No, I'm not interested in that.
No. All right, we got another caller?
Yes, we do.
All right. Hey, caller, ask Naomi.
Hey, what's happening? How y'all doing today?
How you doing? Who's calling? What's your name?
Oh, this Rock Hard.
What's going on, Rock Hard? Are we limiting you to 2 questions, baby? All right, baby. What's your question?
No, that's fair. I respect it. I don't want to hold the mic up though. All right. But now I got 2 of those. Well, I want to know for both y'all, what's your favorite position?
In what?
In sex.
What happened?
Yeah, in sex. What's our favorite position in sex?
Oh, yes,
yeah. In sex. Well, I have a few. Doggy style and reverse cowgirl. Those are my 2.
Right.
Depend on who it is.
That was Naomi.
Did she just say depend on who it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Depend on who it is.
Okay.
Doggy and missionary.
Oh, okay.
What was the second one?
Missionary. Do tell about the missionary. What's the missionary? Like
well, I'm laying down and I don't have to do nothing.
Oh shit.
You know we call those pillow princesses, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you call them, pillow princess. So is
that considered lazy or no?
I call it the pillow princess. It's like, they go, and that's and they just, and that's it. They don't,
No, it's funny. It's funny.
But that's why I said depending on who it is.
Yeah.
Because it's funny. That's funny. All right. Second question.
Okay, what's the second question?
All right, I want to know, do y'all have a favorite wrestler?
Do you have a favorite wrestler? No.
No, I'm not really into the wrestling.
You're not?
Oh, you just do it. You just about that life.
Yes. I'm just about that beat down life.
I haven't watched wrestling in a long time, but you know who I do like, and not because her name is Naomi, but her name is Naomi, and she's married to one of those twins. What are their names?
Naomi. Oh, that is. She's fire.
Yeah, she black girl. Actually, I think she does. She models with. I think she modeled with Sasha sometimes.
I saw her.
Yeah,
with Sasha. Yeah.
Right, because I actually watched that with the reality show that they used to have with the divas, the WW divas, and I like the twins. Now, as for the guys, no, not really.
Is John Cena still a wrestler?
Oh no,
John Cena, movie star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Hulk Hogan?
At least you just said The Rock.
You know what? I didn't like The Rock.
Oh, wow.
I like him now, but I didn't like him when he was a wrestler. Mm-mm. I thought his hair looked like a penis, like a, yeah,
like a circumcised one or
yeah,
uncircumcised
an
one?
uncircumcised one.
Mm.
I don't know. It was just something.
Is there a wrestler? Nah, that's two questions.
Yeah, he was trying to sneak it in there. He said, "They talking. Let me try to sneak something in there."
You thought I held back. I got you. Now y'all have a great one though, ladies.
All right, you too. Thank you for calling in. All right, it's your girl, the Goddess NmW&x here on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We are here with Miss Kelli Provocateur. I did say that I had some questions, didn't I? Some little questions, right? And man, okay, well, let's do this one first. What's the biggest misconception of Kelli Provocateur?
That I'm mean.
Hmm.
So people think I'm mean or I'm a bitch. Just because they can't
Control
run one
you?
over me. Yeah, because they can't control me.
Mm.
Or I'm not easily manipulated.
Okay, so do this for me. Tell me, what would a session look like with you?
Depends on what
I mean, like, just
a standard?
Yeah, what's the standard? Like, give them an experience. Tell them what that experience would be to have yeah.
That's gonna cost you.
Oh. Oh my God. Look, I'm trying to get you some more folks over here to be like, oh, that's how to go take. Oh, let me go to the book and book.
Read my review. Well, the moment with me first starts off with me speaking just like this. And I tell you, come in, sit down. And I stand over you with a sexy black latex outfit on with some thigh-high boots. And then I whisper in your ear, are you hard for me? I know you're hard for me. Look at that. Then I slide my boot up your crotch where you have a hard on. And then I say, I didn't tell you you could get hard, did I? And then you say, no, goddess. I'm sorry that I'm hard. And then I grab you by your neck. And then you can hear me just breathing. I'm going to devour you. I own you.
That was good. That was really good.
That was really good.
The slap really got me.
Slap skips everybody.
The slaps, thank you for that one. The slaps really got me.
That's a wake up.
Yeah.
Because you're in a trance, and you're all, your body parts are all bubbling and butterflies.
And I like that little voice that you had. I like that little voice, very seductive, very, like, come on.
Oh, it's brutal.
Yeah, and then, yeah, it had me a little tingle up in there. I was feeling some type of way.
Yeah,
that was a good one. Yeah, that was.
She's got something.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
But again, I've learned all this through trial and error and experience. Again, when I was looking at the stuff that was on like the VHS tapes, I'd always see these unattractive women talking to people reckless and bad, and not everybody wants that. Yeah. Like you can still control someone and don't be degrading to them.
Right. Yeah. It's funny because even like on Kink, I remember coming in there and having to talk to people. They like that for me to be very, and I remember Madeline used to say, "Oh my God, the words that be coming out your mouth." And like, "You've done this before." Like, no, I really had to go there to really do, really go there to truly humiliate, somebody. And, and honestly, after the step, I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Cause I, didn't, that's how I was feeling in the beginning. Yeah. In the beginning of it. But then I found out that even through after that and through my sessions that I was doing professionally, that was one of the biggest things. That was one, and penis humiliation.
Oh yeah.
That was a big thing.
They love that stuff.
That was a really, really big thing with that one. But yeah, they love the in race play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like the race play. I no longer do that, but they used to love that race play. And the okay, so this is one that I didn't like, and I did it anyway, is the mommy.
I'm not really into that.
Yeah, me neither. But I did it on film. I did it a few times on film, and that was very popular. So I used to get people that used to come into my, my DMs or my OnlyFans and stuff like that, or even through sessions, and they will want that. And I was like, okay, then I couldn't get there.
So what exactly is this mommy play? Because I hear people in this mommy play.
It's different ones. It's different ones, because I have this one that is more of, he likes to dress up. He likes to look very pretty. I'm assuming that his mom is a very pretty woman with makeup and hair and stuff like that. So he more intend to like that, in that sense of mommy being, tell mommy to do this, that. Then you have those that, they want that from me as being a domineering mother over them in that way. I guess when it tends to get sexually, that's where I have to, that, that it doesn't, doing it on film and doing it in a session are two kind of totally different things. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're interacting, you're acting.
Yes.
On set. Here, this is a real reality, real life, even though it's a fantasy, but it still is that real reality. So for me, I try to, I think about what's the psych behind it, and want to make sure that there is nothing that is, how can I say this? The social worker comes out of me then. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in that sense, when that do, then that tends to cut me. I cut off. So it's like, no, we need to do something. We need to go somewhere else with this.
I can definitely see that happening. I mean, I think even in my private life, I've had, like, for instance, someone I was seeing and they wanted me to be dominant with them, and I could never get into it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because in my head, I'm just kind of like, I get paid to do this.
Yeah.
I can't give you that.
Yeah.
I just can't give you that part of me.
Right. That you say that, it's funny that when you are, like, people do look at me as a dom, and they look at me as that all the time. I'm not controlling, but I am a person that is, I know what I want to do, what I want to do. I am a natural leader.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Am I dominant? I have a very dominant personality, but never would I want to dominate that person who I'm with. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Me being paid to do that is a whole total different thing. I fit in there well. You know what I mean? But me being that all the time, you're right. It can be very draining, for one thing. But what I do appreciate is I do appreciate those clients and those subs that come, that they trust us with them, with their psyche, with their spirit. With you understand what I'm saying? And that's what because I keep my circles really small. You know what I mean? And that's one thing of why I do that. I don't want to go to.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Because then it becomes too much.
It becomes way too much.
It becomes yeah.
I mean, because even with me and with me still doing sessions, I'm very particular with who I see. Like I'm really selective.
Yeah.
You know, because I explained to people, I said, listen, this isn't an in and out thing. This is more of you're getting to know me. I'm getting to know you. A trust.
You're building yeah.
Something. You know, if you're looking for the in and out, wham bam, you need to go over there.
Yeah.
But for me, no. I pick whoever I choose to be in my presence very wisely, because I'm not looking for the person that's here, there, have seen numerous of people.
Right.
No, because I already know what you're into. You're just looking for a fix.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So here's another question that I have, because I have a lot of couples that come to me and they ask me, especially the guys, could you teach my wife or could you teach my woman how to, dominate me? Because, when the, what is the name of that movie that came out?
30 Shades of
Yeah. That when that came out, when that movie came out, that became a whole different type of niche or hitch now in personal. What would you say for a couple that wanted to go into that?
First, I would say, we'll make sure that both parties are comfortable. See, a lot of this, you always have the man that's telling the woman what he wants, but he's not trying to understand what the woman needs. So how is that going to work? I feel, they need to sit down and come to an agreement to where both parties are comfortable with everything. That's when it becomes more fun, because you have two individuals letting down their guard. So no one's on the fence of, okay, well, what's going on? What is this?
Right.
I'm not too sure about this. And the way how the media portrays things, sometimes they can make things so outrageous to where it's like, come on, it's not like that. To where it'll put fear in people.
Right.
So again, I feel first it starts off with both parties communicating and being comfortable with boundaries. Limits, exploring, catering to each other, and just building from that. But you have to have those fundamental things there first before you can even start trying to dibble and dabble with with the fetish lifestyle. Because I mean, I've seen a lot of these couples. You have the guy that's like, oh, my wife's vanilla, or she's square per se. So you're upset because your wife really isn't into these kinks. But you aren't even making her feel comfortable enough to even explore that.
Right.
Because you're so quick, because you're all about yourself.
Right.
So that's why things aren't working out for you, because you're all for self. But if you showed a little more empathy.
And even show her what you're watching. Share that. Sit there with her.
It's a whole, well, I don't want her to think I'm weird. So the guy has that thing going on in his head. Because he's ashamed of what he's into.
Right.
Because he doesn't want to be judged.
That's what I say. You got to tell. For real, I'm the person we're going to sit down and have a conversation. Give me your book and I'm going to give you my book, and this is what this is.
But that's why, when I'm initially meeting people, clients for sessions, I do a whole breakdown. Well, what's going on? Tell me a little bit about you. Okay, well, why do you like this? Well, how did you get into liking that? Well, how did you start liking muscle women? And just just getting an understanding of the person, because that right there tells you all you need to know.
Right. Yeah. Well, on that note, we're gonna take a break and then we're gonna come back. All right, it's your girl, D Goddess Nyomi here on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We'll be right back.
Hey, my sexy people, it's your girl, the Goddess Nyomi, and I finally did it. I've written my first book, well, actually, it's a living journal. It's called Good Morning, My Sexy People, where I share my stories in different posts, but help a healing workbook for you. So it's 90 days to kick off your healing living journey. Pre-purchase now. Go to AskNyomi.com and hit shop. Listen.
All right, it's your girl, D Goddess Nyomi here on the Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. All right, so I got my little box here, right here. I told you I had something good, a little shaking box. So let me tell y'all about this box. All right, let me tell you. So Miss Kelly, this box right here, this box had kicked off back in Chocolate Radio days. Dog Pound Mike, you remember this box?
Yes, I do remember that box.
This box right here kicked off in Chocolate Radio days, where we got like a whole bunch of do's, dares, and all that kind of stuff on here. All right. So you gonna play with me for a minute with it? All right. So I don't know what's in here. I mean, I don't know which you gonna pick. Hold on. Let me take the whites out though. Let me take the white people out first. I gotta take it the white. I didn't take the white people out. Hold on. They were like, Nyomi said, yep, I had to take the white sheets out, call them white people. Let me take them out so she won't get them. Okay, we're gonna do it like this. All right, Dalpine might sing a song while I'm doing this. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here you go. All right, here you go. Just pull one out. Okay, there we go. I don't know what to say. What's this say?
Tell me your fantasy destination for hot sex. My fantasy destination, I'd have to say, Zanzibar in Tanzania. Ooh, what a fine, tall. Oh, sorry.
Do tell.
Okay, fine. Okay. This nice caramel color. At least about 6'2", muscles. Not too many muscles.
Okay.
Just enough. And then just.
Okay, you got a nice one. That was a nice one. Let me see. We're gonna do another. Hold on.
That really made me.
We gonna do another one. That's a good one. Yeah, we're gonna do one more.
Have to give it some back.
Yeah. You just put it to your heart for a minute. Put it to your heart. Take a deep breath.
I'm gonna see you, Zanzibar. That blue water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be good on this one.
Okay.
What that say? What that say?
Can I take a sip?
Let me see what it says.
Got a sip card.
Make the sexual sound you would make while coming. Is this a real card?
Yes, it's a real card. Look at the back of it. See, I didn't do that. See, I can't make that shit up. Somebody else made that shit up.
Can I have a sip? I think I need some water first.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
And I'll take a little bit of
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. She make the missionary sounds.
Now, what's the question? Can I see? What they tell you?
Make the sexual sounds you would make while coming.
Wow, okay.
Oh, you ready for that?
I'm so sorry.
Was she humming?
Yes.
That's missionary position shit.
Okay, I'm trying to bring it up. Okay, serious. Okay, y'all. Okay, seriously.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Wow.
But it's the hum for me. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry.
Can I read one more card?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I totally don't want this one.
Get a hard body one. A white one. Hey, it's not that deep. Is that deep?
Is this real?
What that say? Some things you might can't do on YouTube.
We can't do this. Lick my chest and avoid the nipple.
Yeah, we're gonna get kicked off YouTube.
Can I please?
Okay, one more.
Okay, one more.
One more. We couldn't do that one. That was too X-rated. Really?
Sorry.
What that say?
I don't want this one.
What?
Come on now.
You gotta get some YouTube cards.
Please.
But this would be a real good one, though. Oh my God. Okay.
Ask Naomi After Dark will be coming on next week. Before we get banned from YouTube.
All right, we're not going to have Kelly go into this box anymore. The Pandora box, she will not be going into this box anymore. Those last two was some really ones. Yeah.
I think the first one was a hit.
Is that what the humming one? Oh, that's the fantasizing one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to close it out. All right. It's your girl, D Goddess NmW&x here, or Ask Naomi Bridge the Gap podcast. All right. It is Ask Naomi letter time. Oh, my God. It's been a long time since we did our Ask Naomi letter. All right. He said, "Good morning, Naomi. I enjoy your podcast and I'm happy for everything that you are doing. I have a relationship question if you don't mind me asking, and also emailing me back a response." He said, "I have been seeing an ex-girlfriend for over a year, but it's semi-tricky because she is married to some other guy. No, he doesn't know about the affair. My question is that I have asked her more than once to leave him and be with me exclusively, and she keeps saying no. And it's complicated and it restricts when I come to to her home, because she doesn't want her neighbors to know. Should I let her go and be done with her, even though she claims she loves me?" Hey, my sexy people. So this is your girl, D Goddess NmW&x. And there is messages that are there every week on Ask Naomi Bridge the Gap. So if you want love, sex, relationship advice, email me at info@asknaomi.com. All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, the Goddess NmW&x here on Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. I am here with the beautiful, the oh so funny, the humming when she coming, Madame Kelli Provocateur. Baby, have you enjoyed this show?
I have truly enjoyed the show.
We had a good time.
I loved it.
The forever humming when she coming. Oh! What's going on, Dog Pound Mike? That's funny. All right, I want to say thank you. I see all of my BTG crew out there. I see you all. Joseph Figure, Charmaine, Dazelle. I'm seeing y'all. T Brown, Deuce RR. Who else I seen? Jewel. Hey, baby. I saw Super Level. What's going on, bro? What is that?
Figure Bounty.
Figure Bounty. How are you? And everybody else that's scrolling on down here, I want to thank you guys so much for continuing to support us here at Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We be here every week. But guess what? I'm telling you this right now. I won't be here next week, but we'll be back the following week. I won't be here next week because I have a wedding to go to. And so I won't be here. We won't be here live. But we'll be back live the following week. We'll be back live on the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
On the 25th. The 25th, we will be back. So I got one last question. So what can we see from Miss Kelli Provocateur? What's next for you?
Well, I am definitely going to be back on the IFBB stage. Yes. And I have been doing some writing. I don't know which direction it's going, but I'm writing.
Nice. I like that. You know, for me, writing has been very healing for me.
It's been therapeutic.
Yes.
So at night when my mind is racing, I just write.
Yeah.
I just write.
That's the best thing. It truly is.
And then it just clears.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm going in a different direction.
Okay.
Because I see myself going in a different direction, and I'll be 39 this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, can put on grown girl panties.
Yeah, I got my big girl.
Yeah.
I'm a big girl now.
Yes. Okay. So with the aviation, you don't think you would ever go into that at all? Think it's too late?
Well, for air traffic control, it is too late
Okay.
because since they retire so young, it is what it is.
Right.
But I won't say I won't get into it, but I've been so used to working for myself for so long.
Mm-hmm.
I know I would have an issue with working for someone.
Yeah.
So I'll still look into different avenues in either adult industry work pertaining to really helping, guiding the women that are coming into this industry. And, because sometimes it's good to let them know what's really going on, because unfortunately you hear so many sad stories of, these young ladies getting sold a dream about becoming a star, and they run through them. They have them doing all this crazy stuff, and then they leave broken to where they feel like, they have nothing else to do. Somebody that's 18, 19,
do you think there should be
yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think the age should be at least 22. Because a 18, 19, 20-year-old, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know anything. At least 22.
Yeah. I said that. I said 21, but I hear you on that one. For real, I do. I mean, I've seen quite a few young ladies come in the industry at the age of 18, 19. I think we actually had one that was, how old was she? She was 18. She had her first scene on her 18th birthday.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that wasn't my ambition when I
Right.
turned 18. I mean, I graduated high school at 17.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the way how this new generation that we are kind of, it's just the new generation is different. I mean, it's no filters, you know.
Right.
I remember when it was when things were more a little discreet.
Right.
They weren't so out in the open
right.
about everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Just,
yeah.
Now it's no filter. It's no grace.
No grace. No grace. There's no grace. Well, thank you again. Thank you for real. Me. Thank you again. We about to kick it. We about to have a little kiki here. We have a kiki here after. Yeah, kiki here. All right. Again, I want to thank all of my BTG crew. I want to everybody that's watching on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, that's listening here on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, Google, Spreaker. I want to thank you guys so much for continued support here. I am your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks here. And as I always say, be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. I'll see you in a few weeks. Bye now.
Hey, it's the goddess Nyomi Banks. And I hope you enjoyed that last episode of Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap. And if you did, please like, subscribe, press that notification button, as well as comment. I'll see you next week. Keep it sexy.
Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more.